with such joyous innocence, her eyes burned from the love. Her daughter, barely a year, slept clutching her favoured rag doll while guarded by Cachal, their faithful hound. And another son stirred and kicked in her womb. From where she stood, she could see the clearing and the little cabin she, Eamon, and Tegan had built near to 8 years before. Children, she thought now. They'd been but children who could not embrace childhood. They lived there still, close. Eamon the loyal, so strong and true. Tegan, so kind and fair. So happy now, Branna thought, and Tegan so in love with the man she'd married in the spring. All so peaceful, she thought, despite Bryn's banging and hooting. The cabin, the trees, the green hills with their dots of sheep, the gardens, the bright blue sky. And it would have to end. It would have to end soon. The time was coming. She felt it as sure as she felt the babe's kicks in her womb. The bright days would give way to the dark. The peace would end in blood and battle. She touched the amulet with its symbol of a hound, the protection her mother had conjured with blood magics. Soon, she thought, all too soon now, she would need that protection again. She pressed a hand to the small of her back as it ached a bit, and saw her man riding toward home. Owen, so handsome, so hers, eyes as green as the hills, hair a raven's wing that curled to his shoulders. He rode tall and straight and easy on the sturdy chestnut mare, his voice lifted, as often it was, in song. By the gods, he made her smile. He made her heart lift like a bird on the wing. She, who had been so sure there could be no love for her, no family but her blood, no life but her purpose, had fallen deeper than oceans for Owen of Clare. Bryn leaped up, began to run as fast as his little legs could manage, all the while calling, "Da! Da! Da!" Owen leaned down, scooped the boy up in the saddle. The laugh, the man's, the boy's, mixed, flew toward her. Her eyes stung yet again. In that moment, she would have given all of her power, every drop given her, to spare them what was to come. The baby she'd named for her mother whimpered, and Cachal stirred his old bones to let out a soft woof. I hear her. Branna set down her basket, moved over to lift her waking daughter, snuggled her in with kisses as Owen rode up beside her. Look here, would you, what I found on the road. Some little lost gypsy. Ah, well, I suppose we should keep him. It may be he'll clean up fine, then we can sell him at the market. He might fetch us a good price. Owen kissed the top of his giggling son's head. Off you go, lad. Ride, da! Bryn turned his head, beseeched with big dark eyes. Please, ride! A quick one, then I want me tea. He winked at Branna before setting off in a gallop that had the boy shouting with delight. Branna picked up her basket, shifted young Sorcha on her hip. Come, old friend, she said to Cachal. It's time for your tonic. She moved to the pretty cottage Owen, with his clever hands and strong back, had built. Inside, she stirred the fire, settled her daughter, started the tea. Stroking Cachal, she doused him with the tonic she'd conjured to keep him healthy and clear-eyed. Her guide, her heart, she thought. She could stretch his life a few years more, and would know when the time came to let him go. But not yet, no, not yet. She set out honey cakes, some jam, and had the tea ready when Owen and Bryn came in.